Hey gang, I wanted to come on here real quick and talk about stress and stress management and how it can relate to our overall health and wellness. So typically when we think of stress, we think of the negative mental, emotional stress we feel when we're cut close to a deadline or we're rushing to do things, that kind of stuff. But actually, stress comes in 6 different forms, and there's good and there's bad in each of those different types. There's physical stress, chemical, electromagnetic, nutritional, thermal, and then psychic or emotional. And each one of those has good and bad stressors. Now we need a little bit of stress in our life because that's what forces us to grow and to evolve. I'll give you an example. We have to have some form of physical stress like gravity, like lifting things to help develop good healthy bones and healthy muscles to help us interact with our environment and be strong. Now there's also the negative side of that where we might have too much stress on our body in certain areas, but also overall that can cause disease and injury. Now, to our body, there's only one type of stress. And what I mean by that is all stress in our body, those 6 types, summates and goes into like a funnel, almost in a sense, and is interpreted by our body in a stress response in the form of neurological signals. So when things are going bad and stress is in our life, in all those different types, our neurons respond and send signals of, hey, things are not right, things are not in homeostasis. And this isn't inherently bad, right? There's always good kinds of stressors and we need a little bit to keep us growing and keep us evolving. But when those stressors go into the funnel, right, and I'll show you that picture, and they build up, right, that reduces our ability to respond appropriately to stressors. So when we get too much bad stress on our knee, right, over and over and over again, we can get an injury there. When we have too much stress in the form of not getting enough sleep, we get tired, we get fatigued, and our organs and glands suffer from that. Now, as we build up in this picture from the green, right, we're building up our stressors, keep building up, and we go into the red, that eventually goes from fatigue to disease, and then eventually death in the black, and this is not what we want. You can also see back on that picture on the right side, there is our response to exercise and stress. So as we have less stress in our life, and we're kind of filling our cup back up in the sense, right? Doing good things, Tai Chi, Qigong, spending time in nature, breathing exercises, getting good sleep, proper nutrition, good exercise. We can decrease the amount of stressors on our body and then respond better to those stressors when they happen. And I bring this up because I was thinking lately, pretty much health is just stress management. All those different 6 types of stressors and managing that to not overload the system in certain groups. Now, it can get down to the nitty-gritty detail and science behind exercise and nutrition and sleep management and thought patterns, yes, but it essentially is all stress. We are an overstressed society. We're stuck in this loop of bad nutrition and too many stimulants and not enough sleep that we overstress the body, and that leads to disease and fatigue and eventually death in some circumstances. Hopefully not. So hopefully you enjoyed this video of what stress is, how to manage it, and a little insight to what you can do on a daily basis to reduce your amount of stress and give yourself a better shot at resting and repairing and recovering from the good stressors in life. Keep moving, guys, and we'll see you soon.